Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info. Good morning, 23 minutes gone past 6 o'clock. It's Monday, 26 July 2021. My name is Enoh, and this is where we have the region's biggest conversation, starting with the headlines this morning. In the Punch newspaper, DSS bars Punch others as Kalu's trial continues today. WTO working to facilitate trade investment in Nigeria. Okonjo Iweala. Experts worry as 221 inbound passengers test positive in 3 weeks. Reps may invite Malami Ahmed Emefiele over NDIC, others account. Igboho Olubadan waits in, sends delegation to Cotonou. In the Guardian this morning, bad roads threaten Songota property market. Let's see it. Industrial estates, Songota. Okay. Manufacturers, importers stranded over 6.5 million naira duty on transit goods. Despite security concerns, FG again extends NIN SIM link deadline by 3 months. That's multiple taxations undermine stock market performance. Port shooting, turnovers head the Tigers as Australia beat Nigeria 84-67. Other headlines, Senate uncovers 76 billion naira illegal collection by INEC, Army, NSA, others refund. Security force crash into Emir Bayero's convoy. 28 Bethel students, others freed by kidnappers in Kaduna. 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0003. 0817 923 0009 are the numbers to call. We're live on Facebook at Nigeria Info PH. Do well to join. Good morning.
Nandekano is today, and then we are told that IPOP wants to lock Abuja. I think we want to make the matters worse. This is Nigeria, and it is rule of law. This is charged with treasonable felony or unlawful possession of arms. Let the law take up. If it's free, you will be absolved from that offense. This issue of ethnicity is giving Nigeria so much problem. I think I want to warn or to point to them that there is violence that enslaves and there is violence that liberates.
All right, thank you. Promises in Rumudumaya. Let's hear you. Good morning.
Good morning, my sister. Rivers State government to partner with South Korea, I think it's a welcome development. But the governor, we must say, he has tried so far, so good. But let him also, please, look up to the human capital development, especially that of the youth. Please, so many of us are unemployed. So he should embark on a project like making sure that the youth are employed, create job opportunities for the youth. Thank you very much.
Oh, right. We've got Friday calling from mile 4. Friday, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I'm calling from my phone. DSS bad such orders from covering as soon as the Kalu trial issues today. I think from the first instance, the government of Nigeria promised a fair trial on the Kalu. Yeah, if DSS are banning Punch and others from covering the trial, I want to ask on what grounds? If they consider this, I think this is the beginning of an unfair trial. And I want to please all the Nigerian government to be fair, both in coverage and everything, so that the whole world will know exactly what is happening. So, barring Punch and other media houses from attending or covering that trial, for me, it is not good at all.
All right. Thank you. Cookie Gam is calling. Cookie Gam, good morning. You're in Rumolumeni this morning.
Hello, good morning. World Bank said Nigerian employment is the worst so far in the history of Nigeria. And truly, it's a pathetic story that unemployment in Nigeria is very high this time. And I want the government on all levels to look away to solve employment in this country. Because children that come up from university, every year they are in high number. And for River State government, for 6 years, have not done employment. They said that against Globeka is where they employ River youth. And Globeka has finished 4 sites. And where they pay the workers to, they have removed. So those boys are also going to return that. Let River State government bring lasting employment for River State youth. Give employment to River State because there's no way government cannot start to fix industry. Open factories where River youth can have employment. River State government has said, he said it's giving flavor for us. This labor will not last forever. But employment we have to do for 35 days. So River State government should do full and give you our own employment. And thank you. Good morning.
Thank you, Cookie Gam. So on the matter of the DSS barring Punch newspaper and others, let's see. They named the other media houses that were banned or barred. We have on the list The Guardian, Vanguard, Daily Trust, Tribune, Daily Sun, The Cable, Daily Times, among others. So my colleague at the State House in Abuja says that journalists resolved to still go there. And the DSS and the FHC washed their hands off the list. They're saying that it was reportedly done by the chairman of the correspondence as part of COVID-19 rules. We move. Progress. Elele, let's hear you.
Good morning, Enoh.
Good morning.
28 better school students released by bandits. It's a welcome development that at least out of the 100 and something students, we now have 28. But if you go down the news, the paper, you will see that 50 million naira was given to this band. And I think it's not a welcome development. We are the ones now funding the bandits. You remember last week, they shot down a jet fighter. And this 50 billion naira will go a long way for them to now purchase more arms and to adopt more students. It's not a welcome development.
Right.
And then we heard that the Army General is to visit Port Harcourt and then commission a project. That is not what we need now. Army General, sir, go to the northeast, go to the northwest, go and fight.
All right, Chooks is Nelele one. Chooks, good morning.
Yes, World Bank said that in the history of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari government created the worst unemployment in Nigeria, which is very bad, very, very bad. Government is not good in employment. What it is, it will create a good environment. I was affecting Nigeria today. Because the River State here, we have created employment. I go to USC. 2 of my cousins are lecturers there. And I'm telling you, go to I need to at Romola. He created employment there. But I'm telling you, I look at the cassava processing farm. Soon now, there's employment there. But I'm telling you, see, I mentioned created 13,000 teachers. And later he owed them seven months.
I was going to just applaud you for, listing, some of the things, some of the staff that the River State government has employed into the River State University and Ilicha Amadi. Like you said, of course, the cassava processing plant, of course, that should also provide employment. And then you just, why did you do that? Oh my, we've got George from Rumeho. Good morning, George.
Morning. Yes, the partnership over the Korean government over agriculture and the government of UK is telling them for them to do the move over agriculture. And he was talking about insecurity in the River State. I want to also inform them that insecurity in River State is being reduced to the barest minimum.
No, he said that the reports that they hear are exaggerated. He's been to Rivers, Bayelsa, and other states, and he says he feels very safe.
I want to tell them that in River State, the insecurity is being reduced to the barest minimum because those are people who invested in Romeo rice farms. They are the investors that invested in Romeo rice farms. I want to also tell the governor of the state that we should also remind them that Romeo rice farm that has been abandoned because they were partners with the Counterpart project, which was the Counterpart project. And since the Counterpart project they have come back, the government of the day should also partner with them for them to do the needful for them to reactivate Romeo rice farm.
Thank you, Dolphin. You're calling from Igboeche. Let's talk.
Okay. Presenter, thank you for listening to me. You see, I had of time because of that adopted student. Now, what is the question of the Muslim? Buhari said that it's a Muslim. Buhari directed all funds from Paris Club money to the governors to pay the arrears of pensioners, to pay arrears of workers. This money, how does it go to? You can't ask governors to the different governors. Why is this money? Where do you direct this money? Pensioners are dying of hunger every day. Pensioners are dying of sickness every day. Why a Muslim sympathize with them and give them money? Why not use this money to pay the pensioners? It's unfortunate. Life is meaning nothing to can. But when they pretend the when people like that, they want to take them. Please, can start with human being. Take human being. We worship with you.
Oh, thank you, Ogbonna. Is no Igbo. Ogbonna, good morning.
Good morning, my sister. Yes, I want to react on the trial of Nnamdi Kanu and then the threat of IPOP youth to shut down Abuja today. I want to appeal on IPOP youth to hold their peace. It is too early for them to start their protest right now. Let them wait. Let them see what the court, let us see what government has. What will be government in the pronouncement on the trial of Nnamdi Kanu. And then in the kind of government, I want to appeal to them. See, my people say that shutting down your door, closing your door, does prevent entry of spirit. Burning of newspaper houses can never solve the problem. I mean, it's like they have a skeleton in their cupboard. They have to be fair in the trial of Nnamdi Kanu if they want peace in this country. I'm not a member of IPOP, but I believe in fairness. Thank you very much, my sister.
All right, thank you for calling. That's the matter I would look at in the 8 o'clock hour. I mean, it's the biggest story nationwide. Of course, security alerts in Abuja. Our correspondent will be around the court premises just before 8 o'clock. Would find out from him what's going on there. Then talk to a lawyer to find out what it's likely to, look like, the likely outcome today. Remember that El Zakzaki also still in detention, by the way. Many times the court said, gave a pronouncement rather, but the federal government did not follow it. So there's still that matter of government obeying court orders. We'll look at that in the 8 o'clock hour. But now we read messages from Facebook. Biajua Thangod said River State government to partner with South Korea. For me, it's a good one. But I have this to say, Mr. Governor, our problem is not partnership, partner this, partner that. We need human infrastructure, job creation, and empowerment. Okay? Then we have Brown Samuel saying the rate of unemployment in Nigeria is the worst in the history of Nigeria by the World Bank. I hope APC members in River State who are questioned in 2023 because River State must go forward. Uche Ken, 8 persons, including a woman abducted in River State, released. It's good news, and I pray affliction should not rise again. Also, the youth should try to engage themselves in meaningful skills. Government mustn't provide everything for us. They should stop stealing their fellow human beings like masquerades. Okay, that's Facebook. We move now to WhatsApp. Trial of Nnamdi Kanu should also compel our leaders to put into trial those involved in sponsoring Boko Haram that has altered the peace of this country and killed uncountable innocent citizens. We'll send that in. DSS barring some media houses from covering the trial of Kanu. The trial will not be free and fair. A government that doesn't obey the principle of the rule of law. Ezekiel Isaiah. But, they have others that will cover it. And the journalists have said they're going to be there anyway. And, I mean, it's a court proceeding. Whatever happens will be reported. Really, really. Lorenzo Delight says kidnappers takes the person carrying the cash for the release of the abducted persons is a serious movie happening in the northern part of Nigeria. FG should find a way to stop this ugly act. River State government to partner South Korean government. This is a welcome development, even when many don't believe River State is a safe place for foreign investors. Eze Aliko can imagine the joy in the family over the release of some kidnapped students. It's sad and disheartening that the government can't do anything to put an end to these security challenges in the country. So for the 28 that were returned, let me use that word. The parents said they had to sell land and other possessions to gather the 30 million naira. Then they gathered the 30 million naira. 6 people go to drop the money, and then the government said, we want one of you to come so we can count to confirm. And the school said they actually agreed at 30 million. After the counting, or I don't know how they were able to count 30 million in such a short time. Perhaps it was in Forex. Anyway, they're holding the man, an elderly man right now. So we'll wait to see how that will go. FG extends NIN SIM registration. It's commendable to ensure total inclusion of all SIM users for effective national economic planning and security purposes. Amadi David, Rafael Ida, federal government should stop patronizing banditry through ransom for bail. The move for partnership with South Korean government by Governor Wike is a welcome development. Reverend Ahab said that the innocent kidnapped students will be freed very soon. This is a very good one, but I have a question for APC government and Kaduna State government, because what's happening in that state is serious conspiracy against innocent citizens. The APC government has failed and should resign both at the state and the federal government. Ayago is a king boy. Tochi says those they kidnap have started regaining their freedom. Good to hear. Secondly, INEC to begin physical registration today is a welcome development. They paid 30 million. They collected the money, released 28 and held the man, and they have 87 still with them. Williams is saying that with a firm grip of Kano and Igboho, it will sound right before God and man if the federal government led by President Muhammad Buhari extends his dragnet to cover killer herdsmen, bandits, ISWAP and Boko Haram in the same measure. Total annihilation of these killer groups will make us have a very big sigh of relief, thereby making us sleep with our 2 eyes closed. The process of name registration and the postponement is not a good one. It's extension. Extension, Samuel the Psalmist said the government is making the entire process look like a scam. No IPOB member should be seen at the court during Nnamdi Kanu's trial. This is the beginning of an unfair trial. God is watching Nigeria from a distance. Gideon from Ilili. I'm sure you know why the Ministry of Justice said that. I'm sure you know why. I ask God for his permission, for his protection, because Kanu is not a Boko boy or bandit. His only crime is that he wants his people to be free from the people that protect and negotiate with bandits and ask us to live with killer herdsmen. Jaja sent that in. Diplomatic Niger Delta Man says, good morning, Enoh. We don't need Army General in River State for now. Well, yes, there's a war going on in the Northeast, we admit, but of course, the other formations around the country that are still under his purview. River State government to partner with South Korea to stimulate economy. This is a welcome development. Kudos to His Excellency Governor Wike. Benjamin from Ndashi Eche. And still on the matter, thank God, Biajua says, it's a good one, but I have this to say, Mr. Governor. Okay, I read that already, right? Our problem is not, okay, we need human infrastructure, job creation, and empowerment. People are suffering. Ernest is in Rumukurusi. He says DSS banning media houses, some media houses, from covering Nnamdi Kanu's trial is an indication that these people are not ready to give a fair judgment, and it's not a good one. We need this country to do the right thing since they want us to remain one Nigeria. Andy's getting worried with this word foreign investor. What is our responsibility as a people when we want foreigners to feed us? Do we know the implication of this in the long term? 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0009. Andy, there's a reason why it's called a partnership. Governor Nyesom Wike has failed Rivers youths for lack of employment since 2015. Bakata from Uzwoha. Iruka Austin is Rumukurusi talking about the extension of NIN registration, says it shows how incompetent they are. The earlier they realize that NIN is a continuous exercise, the better for them. Besides, NIN should have nothing to do with SIM cards. The last time I checked, every SIM card was registered before activation. So I don't understand the connection between NIN and SIM cards. So Iruka Austin, there are SIM cards that are still being sold today around the country that are not registered. Lots of them. I just thought to say that. Lugaman is calling from HA. Good morning.
Enoh, good morning.
Yeah, let's talk.
Lugaman. Yeah, if I say government to work with the Korean, but to work with Korean in stimulating our economy. Enoh, please, this is not what we want from this government.
We who?
We need employment.
Lugaman, we who?
Okay, but especially me now.
Speak for yourself, thank you.
Yes, me as a person. This is not what I need. When I need employment in this state, I want people to be employed. Doesn't mean that Rivers State government cannot create employment to the citizenry. It's unfortunate. Look at the past administration created 13,200 jobs plus other projects executed in Rivers State. What we are hearing in this present administration is what to stimulate economy. Which economy do you want to stimulate? For me, government will do the needful by making sure that people are out of the street. Because many people are in the street begging for arms. It's unfortunate. On the issue of Nnamdi Kanu today, please, the DSS has won. I expected that IPOB members should start home and watch the trial of Nnamdi Kanu so that they will not hit on the policy. Thank you.
I'm not sure it's going to be broadcast live. I don't think we've reached that stage yet. Uche Ken is calling from Eche. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Let me straightly look at 27 students released, 87 still in captivity. Nigerians of wonders. Are we not tired of confusing ourselves on how 100 students, 200 students, 500 students will be abducted without security operatives or villagers interrupting them till they get to the bush or their designed area where the students are adopted with the kids? Oh, they also make calls demanding for ransom, so I hope we are aware. And there are people receiving the calls without tracking them. Let them leave us alone. Don't we think that if federal government mounts the same pressure they mounted on Nnamdi Kanu and the Boho, if they mount the same pressure on these people, don't we think they can get them and Nigeria will be a better place? Look, I leave this thing for them. Good morning.
Oh, I've got Daniel from Transamadi. Daniel, good morning.
Good morning to you, Good morning. The trial of Nnamdi Kanu continue today. The IPOB vowed to shut down Abuja and the DSS vowed the journalists not to participate. For me, if the organizers is thinking it in terms of protest, I will ask them to stop. Because when you have a government that look like they do not respect the human right, the end of it may be barrier of gun, which I don't think is good for any of them. Then, when the federal government say the journalists should not be there,
some media, some.
No, some media, sorry. If you want to do a secret trial, I think it's better you have to announce it that this is a secret trial, or maybe if there's a motive that you want to take the man in, go ahead and pronounce it rather than on this process that you want people to look like it's a process, but at the end of the day, there is an interior motive what he wants to achieve.
All right.
Because for me, people deserve rights.
Thank you, Daniel, for calling. Well, the DSS has said they've got nothing to do with it. And my colleague at the State House says that they now, I don't know who, they say that it is the person in charge of the press corps, the chairman of the correspondence, yes, as part of COVID-19 rules. Further, says, thank God for the release of the kids. Unemployment rate in Nigeria is high according to the World Bank. It is a pity that we have a set of government that cares not on human development. The problem here is not even the government any longer, but we, the masses. Imagine youth defending the inability for our governors to employ because of our political affiliations. I pity the next government because Nigeria will experience total unrest starting from 2023 forward as a result of what's going on now. Agogo is saying that this morning. Ubina Sunday. Ubina, says Nnamdi Kanu's trial resumes today. It's a welcome development. Please let the court release him today. Prince Will Chika says, good morning. River State government to partner South Korea. For me, it's a good one, but I have this to say, Mr. Governor. Why are we repeating this message? I have read this from another person before. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Let me take one call, then I go back to Facebook. Good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished Temple Okere, calling from Port Harcourt. River State to partner with South Korea. I think for me, it's a very good one. Because I think this partnership, as far as stimulating the economy, will create at least some little bit of job employment for our teeming youth. And I appeal to state government led by EMWK to still bring more investors so that more opportunities and more job opportunities can be created. And distinguished, if we must tell ourselves the truth, the banning of some media houses, won't it create an opportunity for fake news to fly into the air?
No, sir.
Because I think
sir.
Should be allowed. Then
no, sir. Temple, thank you. I had to let you go. No, sir. We have credible media houses that are on the list. It's what it is, basically. It's what it is. Where are we? CJ, as much as I can't verify the authenticity of the barring of media houses, actually there is a list that's according to our State House correspondent, but he's saying that they say the list was pruned down reportedly by the chairman of the correspondence as part of COVID-19 rules. So yes, it is there. DSSS says we've got nothing to do with it, FHC as well. But he says, CJ, that is, that the FG has a right to do that. It's enshrined in our constitution that cases concerning terrorism can be held under a stealth condition. So advise that we all let this case proceed without issues. There's always the appeal court. Okay. Someone is not happy that I'm saying that we have other credible media houses that will cover it. If there was a total barring, that would be a big problem. But if we have some, and my colleague is saying that it was reportedly done by the chairman of the correspondence, then there you have it. The story of 28 students being released and 30 million naira ransom with the kidnap of one of those delivering the ransom are two different stories involving two different schools kidnap incidents. Christian, that was clear in our news. It was the 136 students, I believe, from the Islamia school. It was clear in the report. The ransom that was paid was for the Islamia students, yes, but the 30 million, right? The 28 students were released. That was another story. We heard the voice of the parents and Christian Association of Nigeria saying that we're not going to allow anyone push us to force our children out of schools. We are going to offer support. River State government did not partner with any foreign country to build her 9 flyovers, but mortgaging our future when it comes to things that will benefit the masses directly. That's Boma. Oh my, it's very easy for the army and our government to end banditry in the south. Do we have banditry in the south? Pastor Vincent, do we have banditry in the south? But it says it's hard for them to end banditry, killer herdsmen and Boko Haram in the north. God is watching. Facebook, and we wrap this up. 08, no more phone calls, just a few messages on Facebook, and then giveaway for commercials and the news at 7 o'clock. Okay. Facebook, Sirabari says, you see why I'm now admiring Governor Wike. He listens. His government was criticized for not attracting foreign investors. Now he went to work, and today River State people are hearing of South Korean partnership. Then Dumli is asking, what has Wike done to create employment? Okay. Blessed boy. Nigeria is a country in bondage, no unity. I'm just surprised how some people supporting bad government because of the money they get from them and subject the masses to poverty, killings everywhere. The day unity steps in is the day freedom sets in. Thank you very much. That's a wrap. Don't forget, after the news at 7, we have sports, then some commercials, and the news at 8 o'clock, after which I will return. We're going to be talking to our correspondent in Abuja, who's covering the trial of Nnamdi Kanu. I mean, come on, if every other media house is barred, but we are going to cover that event, I think that's good enough. Don't you think so? My name is Enoh. Just stay tuned.